dental school, or you're at the police academy, or a nurse in nursing school, when you graduate, Georgia will only recognize you as a professional if you graduate from a school that's accredited by the U.S. Department of Education.
Uh-oh.
So if that goes away, we don't have a backup plan. But what my bill did is it just says the U.S. Department of Education or its successor. So we just added or its successor to the end of it. And that got out of the Senate, and I got it through the House Subcommittee on Education on Wednesday. And hopefully we'll go to full committee next week and get it on the floor and get it passed so that we're ready if and when that the U.S. Department of Education gets disbanded.
And you said you had a couple bills. What's the other one?
I'm carrying the governor's income tax reduction bill. So that'll bring us down another 20 basis points on income tax. You know, the goal is to get to zero. We're trying to get there as soon as possible, but we can't just drop it completely because we gotta have some other revenue sources. I've got a couple domestic violence bills that will help victims and survivors of domestic violence, and I also have a bill dealing with human trafficking. Right now in Georgia, there's a crime for human trafficking of a minor, someone under the age of 18, and it brings severe penalties. I think it's 30 years to life. Well, there's another statute on the books that's called pimping and pandering of a minor, and the elements of that crime are the exact same as human trafficking, but because they're similar, the judge in a case like that has to give the defendant the benefit of the lesser sentence. And so if you human traffic a minor, he should be giving you 30 to life, but right now the way the laws are written, there's that other crime that he's able to give like 10 years to.
Can I make how about the firing squad like South Carolina just did? I like that much better.
Hey, I would listen. That saved us a lot of money.
I'll volunteer to pull the trigger for anybody that's raping or molesting or trafficking a minor. I'll gladly. You don't have to pay me to do the job.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that 100%. It's it's a sad world we live in, but with Governor Kemp and First Lady Marty Kemp, they have really. It's led by the First Lady. This is our 10th bill on human trafficking, and it's made a difference. I know that.
That's good. Yeah, anything you can do in that direction is good. Let me take you back to state income tax for a minute. So if we were to do away with state income tax, I mean, what are the other sources of income for the state going to be that replace it?
Well, that's what we're looking at.
What do you think they'll be? What types of things would it be?
Well, right now, technically, we have enough revenue from motor fuel tax, from property tax, from taxes from businesses that we could do away with the income tax. But there's a big caveat there. We would have to do away with all the tax credits that people get. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, yeah, let's do away with tax credits. When they think tax credits, they think the movie tax credit that's been so popular. Well, there's also tax credits for daycares and charitable donations and, hospitals. So we can't just do away with those tax credits.
Right.
But where we're trending and where we're moving is we're trying to get to the place where if we continue to budget conservatively and don't overspend, we don't grow government, but we shrink government. We're trying to shrink government here in Georgia, just like they're doing in D.C. I think we could get to a place where we're able to accelerate that faster. So we're already below 5% in the state of Georgia on your income tax. We're bringing it down to 4.7%, and it should continue to drop off. But we're just there's a lot of talks, and there's been a lot of study in appropriations, which is the committee in the House and the Senate that deals with the budget. And I think in the next 4 or 5 years, you'll see that we go to zero.
Well, man, that's exciting. Hey, Bo, we're coming up on the time for a break here. Can you hang over for the next segment?
I can.
Awesome. All right, folks, we'll be right back. We want to thank Bannister Cooper Funeral Home. You can reach them at 706-896-2218, and Tamala and crew will help you when you need them most.
This is Tamala Cooper with Bannister Cooper Funeral Home, and I left my husband and staff unattended for a few hours, only to find out I have been given a nickname, which happens to be a rodent. In our line of work, you have to maintain a sense of humor, but I think these guys took it a little far this time. Come by and give them a hard time with me, and while you're there, let's go ahead and get your wishes in writing. Pre-planning your wishes doesn't have to be somber. We are Bannister Cooper Funeral Home, Towns County's local funeral home.
Our mountain roads are busier than ever, which has led to more accidents. Unfortunately, insurance companies are not in the business of being fair. They're in the business of making money. I'm Daniel Duello, and I know because I used to train insurance adjusters on exactly how to do this. Now the Duello Law Firm in North Georgia works to ensure that you're treated fairly. For a free consultation, find us at duellolaw.com. That's DUELLO law.com.
A little brain teaser from Shores and More. What do the coldest days of the year have to do with Memorial Day? New docks ordered today arrive on the lake to enjoy by Memorial Day. Lifetime warranty, unmatched durability. Already have a dock? Not a problem. The best time to perform shoreline maintenance is now when the water's down and your dock is not in use. Stop by Shores and More on the Murphy Highway in Blairsville or on Facebook and redefine your shoreline with Shores and More. That's MOOR.
You know how a song gets stuck in your head? Well, McDonald's drink flavors get stuck in my head. Frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and Frozen Wild Cherry are music to my mouth. Frozen Coke is a classic hit. An ice cold soft drink has those delicious notes. And an iced coffee is always on my morning playlist. I can get these ice cold beats at an unbeatable price. A medium is just $1.99 every day. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices of participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
At Freeman Gas, we're more than just a propane company. We proudly serve North Georgia and have convenient showrooms in Blairsville and Blue Ridge. Come explore a wide range of products from Rinnai tankless water heaters to gas logs, grills, and patio fire tables. Most of our team members have over 10 years of experience providing top-notch service. We offer competitive propane prices, 24/7 emergency support, and easy access to management. No runaround. Trust the local experts at Freeman for your propane needs. Stop by or visit freemangas.com.
I'm Stephen Phillips, owner of Benny Sanitation in Hiawassee. One thing I can't stand is a mess. I've always been that way. When I was in kindergarten, I didn't deal with blocks. I just wanted to put them in a bag and throw them in the dumpster. In fact, I did that all 4 years I was there. So now I'm the best garbage man in the area. I take your bags away, your big items you can't haul yourself, make your curbs look really nice. So call Benny Sanitations for your residential trash pickup. Best trash collection service or double your garbage back. 706-896-2573.
Pre-planning for your burial or cremation wishes doesn't have to be a downer. Drop into Bannister Cooper Funeral Home for a relaxed and comforting conversation with their team. Bannister Cooper Funeral Home, next to the McDonald's in Hiawassee. We love drop-ins.
And welcome back to the dish. And we still have Georgia State Senator Bo Hatchett. Bo, you're talking about cutting waste out of state government before the break. And I used to make my living selling IT hardware and software and services to the state, and particularly down at the time it was called DHR. I guess now it's called Family and Children's Services down at number 2 Peachtree.
Yep.
And I don't know if it's still there, but I can take you to the office in that building where there's 10 employees that do nothing but walk around the streets of Atlanta all day handing out free condoms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So if you're looking for some kind of Doge thing to cut, I mean, that might be a place to start because they got new computers every 3 years. You know, they had 10 employees on the payroll and get benefits, and they had cell phones and office phones. And I'm sure they went to, conferences in Savannah about how to properly hand out condoms once a year, whatever conference that would be. So the state of Georgia has done really well. I know we've been running $1 billion surplus year after year. But there's always waste in government that can be cut out. You got anything in your sights?
Well, yeah. And you mentioned those employees. I had a good friend. His name was Bruce Thompson. He actually served with me in the Senate and then became the Commissioner of Labor. He passed away recently from a long, hard battle with cancer. But, he was doing Doge before Doge was cool, essentially. And when he took over at the Department of Labor, he basically vetted every employee, and he came to talk to us. It turned out there were 6 employees in particular, that during COVID, they started working remotely. And in 2023 or 2024, they were still working remotely. Well, guess what they were? They were janitors. They were janitors for the Department of Labor that were working remotely and had been for 4 years and just didn't say anything. So they were quickly taken off the payroll. But it's stuff like that where you just got to pay attention. And if you grow government too big, then there's more opportunities for waste and abuse. And that's why I'm more of I like smaller government. Let's get smaller, let's shrink, let's be leaner. That way we don't have to collect as many taxes. We can return money back to the citizens, and it just makes it more efficient. And I'm glad Donald Trump's doing that at DC. I'm glad Elon's there, and I'm hoping we'll just continue on this trend because I don't think our founding fathers ever envisioned a government this big.
No, they did not.
And we've just gotten too big.
Yeah, Bo, my favorite story about selling stuff down at the state was I used to just run up and down the cube farms, those buildings, and they'd say, hey, Tommy over on the third floor is retiring today after 25 years. We're having cake and coffee and ice cream. Why don't you come say goodbye to Tommy? All right, I'd do that. And we'd have a nice little party. Nobody worked for the rest of the afternoon. And I come back Monday and I'm walking down the same aisle and there's Tommy in the same cube on the same computer on the same phone. I'm like, Tommy, what are you doing, man? We had your party on Friday. He's, oh, I work for ABC contractor now and I'm getting 2.5 times what I made in my salary of the state. And what are you doing? I'm doing the exact same job. So, that stuff is just rampant and it's hard to root out though. So you gotta have a Doge effort to find it.
That's right.
Yeah, so I'm glad you guys are trying. So, well, what do you think of all the Doge stuff in the stock market, and is this all going to settle down, or are we in for a rough ride for a while?
I think it is. Earlier this week, the new Secretary of Agriculture actually came to meet with us, and as a member of President Trump's cabinet, they she explained what's going on in the economy right now. It's you got to push the reset button, and when that happens, it's going to hurt for a little bit. But according to her, and she has said that the economists that are talking to the cabinet members are saying after Q1 we're going to see a big rebound, and everything's trending in that direction. So, I know President Trump is fighting the trade war, and we're doing a lot of stuff that has never been done or hasn't been done in my lifetime. I think we're going to see a big bounce back, and it should be a prosperous summer for everyone.
Well, I know Tommy over here is nervous because he owns Granddaddy Mim's moonshine, and Canada's taking American whiskey off the shelves. Tommy, did you know that?
I did know that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's got Tommy a little nervous.
And the tariff on bottles that we get from China.
Tariff. Can we do anything about Tommy's tariff on bottles, Bo?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, I wish I could, but as a state senator, you got to talk to somebody else. I have no control over that.
So there you go, Tommy.
Yeah.
Politicians always just passing the buck.
Yeah.
Man. Just passing. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we got to pay $6,000 more for bottles.
There you go. Well, and Bo, are we still going to have $1 billion kind of surplus this year?
I think so. The projections are looking good. Georgia's economy is, we're doing great, but we're better than the rest of the country, honestly. And where I think other states are raising taxes and and getting into more debt, Georgia is lowering taxes. We're returning money to the taxpayers, and we're getting out of debt. We're paying off debt. And that's just the product of 20 years of the same policy, which is we're going to balance our budget. We're going to be fiscally responsible. We're going to save money. We've got a great rainy day fund that could fund the state for 6 months. So, we're doing great. I mean, we really are. We're in good shape financially.
Good. And what can we do? I know midterms are a year and a half out, but man, I hate the idea of Georgia even thinking about being a purple state, right? Georgia should be a red state. And what can we be doing now to help that effort and make sure that at the midterms we return a Republican state legislature and a Republican delegation to the United States House, and specifically a United States senator?
I just think we've got to continue down the path we're going. I think, when Donald Trump got elected in November, he won the Electoral College, but he also won the popular vote. And he clearly won in Georgia. I think people are waking up, and, it is no longer politically incorrect to fly an American flag. It's okay to be patriotic. It's okay to love your country. It's okay to love your state. And I think as long as we continue to message, a message of hope, a message of economic prosperity, a message of, smaller government, individual freedom. And, oh, by the way, that's what we agree as Republicans. I think more people are going to continue to jump on our side and continue to vote for Republicans because we're winning. I mean, and we're doing what needs to be done, and we're putting the country above our party, and that's what's most important.
It sure
Let me
is.
ask you,
Yep, go ahead.
let me ask you this, Bo. How much do you think of that? Like we talk about the state being a purple state. I don't buy it. I didn't buy it in 2020, and I'm one of those crazy people who just don't believe those results happened because of the COVID, because of the drop off ballot. But how much of that do you think was corrected with the big bill that there was an election integrity bill that happened prior to the 2024 election? I mean, how much of that do you think fix that?
Well, first off, next time I go to Atlanta, why don't you meet me and you can jump in the car and you can ride down with me, and you'll see real quick why people say Georgia's a purple state.
Yep.
It is not hard when you drive through these neighborhoods, when you're headed to the Capitol, the number of people that are down there and the signs that you see in their yards, they don't think like you and I do, first off. But to your second question, there was a lot of, I think those paper absentee ballots that were turned in, I think there was some abuse there. We were able to fix that, and I'm confident and in our election system now, the way it can still be improved. I mean, I would love to go to paper ballot, all paper ballot, but we were able to run a good, clean, secure election, and we got Donald Trump in. And I think we're going to continue to be able to make sure that every person vote is counted only once, not twice. And we're going to have secure elections moving forward.
Hey, Bo, we got a question from a listener in our chat room, which we always try to get one or two of those in. He wants to know if you think it's a good idea to have a drug test for people to be able to get food stamps.
Well, I mean, if you have to get drug tested to get a job, I don't see why that's necessarily a bad thing.
Yep, I agree with you. I think Rebel Boy, who asked the question, probably agrees with you too. So, well, anything else, Bo, we need to know about what's going on down there, or anything way we can help move some of these things through that need to be moved through? Do we need to call? Do we need to write?
Well, you're always welcome to call or write. We've got Legislative Day 31 was yesterday, so we technically got 9 days left, which will take about 3 weeks. And our last day in is April 4th. So I'll would love to come back on right before Sine Die, which is what we call our last day in session, or just after, and fill you guys in on everything. But I had fun this morning, and thanks for having me on.
Yes,
sure.
sir. Thank you, Bo.
So, hey, Bo, real quick. So the tort reform, you said that passed the Senate and is now in front of the House, or did I get it backwards?
It is in the House right now in a committee.
It's in the House. So, guys, I know a lot of you
special
listening.
committee,
Stan
yep.
Gunter is your House member. If you want to call Stan Gunter's office or email him if you support tort reform, and it will help keep your insurance prices at least in check. So it's a good idea. But Bo, thank you so much. And yeah, we'd love to have you back on your last day and hear how it went.
Sounds good.
All right.
See you
Thanks. All right. What do you guys think?
One more break, Rob.
One
Let's
more
take a
break.
break. Hey, the phone
Wow.
lines are open now. We have a giveaway coming up this Monday. There's still time to get 1 or 2 callers in there to win tickets to ZZ Top. They're at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds at Anderson Music Hall on the 18th. and we're going to give it away on the 17th. So call in 706-379-9770 and tell us the luckiest moment in your life.
All right.
That'll get your name in the hat.
And thanks to Bannister Cooper Funeral Home. You can reach them at 706-896-2218.
This is Marvin Cooper with Bannister Cooper Funeral Home, and I'm here with our office manager, Cassandra Bannister. Cassandra, Ken just called you a little bit, and it made me think about all of our friends' nicknames. Red, Piglet, Speed, Smiley, Tank, Peanut, Spud, Oompa, Dink, and Stretch. I think Tamala and I need nicknames. I once called Tamala Chinchilla.
Marvin Cooper, Tamala is going to kill you. I can't believe you just said that on the radio. We are Bannister Cooper Funeral Home, Towns County's local funeral home since 1934.
Too often, we're looking for a law firm that can help with a specific matter, only to be told, well, we don't do that. Try someone else. At Hindman and Aston Attorneys at Law in Blairsville, not only are we local, we're also qualified to help with whatever problem you're facing. Estates and wills, personal injury, family law, tax matters, even DUI and criminal problems. Hindman and Aston at BlairsvilleLaw.com. One other thing, they'll always return your call. That's Hindman and Aston in Blairsville. Whatever problem you're facing at BlairsvilleLaw.com.
Hiawassee Hardware is a full-service hardware store carrying a wide selection of products for homeowners, builders, pro contractors, and DIY enthusiasts. We carry the name brands you know and trust. We provide specialty services like small engine repair, paint matching, blueprint takeoffs, delivery, and more. Let us help you get stuff done. Browse to HiawasseeHardware.com for monthly specials and for what's new. Hiawassee Hardware, your store for starting off a new year and a whole lot more.
Did you know the warranties on a Green Tree metal roof are at least double the lifespan of most shingles? Install a Green Tree metal roof in one of nearly 20 vibrant colors, and you'll get a 30-year chalk and fade warranty and a lifetime film integrity warranty against cracking and peeling. Green Tree's Energy Star certification means you'll also get lower power bills. Learn more about the benefits of a Green Tree metal roof at greentreemetals.com.
Green Tree Metal, coolest roof around.
At Appalachian Shed Co., we deliver quality buildings that fit your life. Whether you need storage sheds, greenhouses, chicken coops, steel buildings like RV covers, carports, barns, garages, barn dominiums, or even outdoor wood furniture, we've got you covered. Visit appshedco.com to explore our products and find one of our 6 locations in Georgia and North Carolina. If you're hearing this, there's an Appalachian Shed Co. location near you. We offer no credit check, rent-to-own options too. Appalachian Shed Co., the place to go. Visit us at appshedco.com today.
I'm Stephen Phillips, owner of Benny Sanitation in Hiawassee. One thing I can't stand is a mess. I've always been that way. When I was in kindergarten, I didn't build with blocks. I just wanted to put them in a bag and throw them in the dumpster. In fact, I did that all 4 years I was there. So now I'm the best garbage man in the area. I take your bags away, your big items you can't haul yourself, make your curbs look really nice. So call Benny Sanitations for your residential trash pickup. Best trash collection service or double your garbage back. 706-896-2573.
Fridays on the Dish are presented by Bannister Cooper Funeral Home in Hiawassee. The experts at Bannister Cooper will guide you through the important family conversations when it comes to making end-of-life arrangements for a loved one. Yes, we're Towns County's funeral home, but we're welcome to all. And now, back to the Morning Dish.
Welcome back to the Stephen Phillips Free Friday. Man, I love these Phillips Free Fridays.
It's the Morning Dish B team.
There you go. Nah, we're the A team. He just pretends to be the A team. So the luckiest moment of your life can win you ZZ Top tickets,
Heck
Packy?
yeah, man. Yep. Call in 706-379-9770 if you won the lottery or if you narrowly escaped death.
I'm gonna
Something along those
put
lines.
mine in right now. So I was like 12 years old, and my dad took me to Reno, and we went to see Marie Osmond, who at the time was huge, and she wasn't with Donnie; it was just Marie. And we got front row seats at the MGM Grand in Reno.
Wow!
And I'm in my little leisure suit. Remember those from the 70s?
Yeah.
I'm like 12. I mean, I'm sporting, and she reached down and grabbed me by the collar, pulled me up, and kissed me right on the lips.
All right.
So I still to this day, when Marie Osmond comes on TV with the Nutrislim commercials, no matter who, my wife, I kissed her.
That's great.
So that's my entry into the.
That's awesome, man.
That was
cool.
pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great story. Not too many people can
You
say
could
they
even
kissed
just
Marie
call in
Osmond.
and say the day I met my wife, something corny like
Something
that.
like
Whatever,
that.
man. And get your name in the hat to win some.
That's not corny, but your wife's gonna beat you senseless this weekend with that attitude. You better say, well,
But she could take me for sure. I'm a wimp, so
you should say, well, of course, honey, after the day our son was born. It was the day I met you.
of course.
Yeah. That's what he meant.
But you can call and say anything, whatever you think is the luckiest moment in your life. Call in. That'll get your name in the hat to win ZZ Top passes. And also, we're going to throw in $97.70. It's our St. Patty's Day Luckiest Day in Your Life contest. With also, we're going to give away a second place, third place, and a fourth place prize. And they're restaurant gift cards to like Lucky's. We have one to Mel's Place, Epic Eatery over there in Hayesville. We got one for Conservative Grounds Cafe, cool place over there in Mineral Bluff. So something spread out all around. So
wow,
yeah, man.
And ZZ Top, I mean, you can't beat that.
You can't know.
Are you going to be opening for him, Tommy?
No, Mom, I'm not.
He's going to do the how you doing?
Yeah.
how you doing?
Now that guy can play a Les Paul. We were talking about Les Pauls earlier. Billy Gibbons can play a Les Paul.
Yes, he can.
Dude, is that sold out? I might have
it almost there are still some tickets there you can get at GeorgiaMountainFairgrounds.com, so you can still get them there, but you need to. But we're very lucky to get these though, because it's they're decent seats, and Hilda always treats us right up there at the fairgrounds. So
yeah.
Thank you, Hilda.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I think I might have to buy tickets to that.
Yeah.
Better hurry.
I saw them in 1980. Gosh, what was it, 84? The Eliminator Tour, Sharp Dressed Man, and all those songs came out. Oh, we got somebody calling in. So Packy's trying to figure out how to work the phone here.
Dan?
Keeping up. It's not somebody like there. It's somebody wanting to tell their unluckiest story. Tommy, what's your luckiest story of your life?
Man, I got several. I do know, and of course, I was young, but I had heart problems when I was a kid.
Yeah,
and I remember, but I was too young to know what was going on. But the doctor here had sent me to Emory to have the test to have open heart surgery.
Wow, how old were you?
I was probably 10, something like that.
Oh man, that's a lot for a 10-year-old.
Yeah, but I knew I had heart problems, but I didn't know exactly what was going on. So,
right.
But anyway, by the time the doctor had made the appointment, so I got to Emory and they did all the tests, there was nothing wrong with my heart.
Okay.
So that's probably the luckiest moment, and
that's pretty lucky.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
Yeah,
exactly is what that is. But there was nothing wrong. It had all healed. And they gave me a clean bill of health.
Well, that would definitely be number one. And then what about maybe the day you met Waylon?
Yeah,
yeah. Because that kind of sets you on a path for life, didn't it?
Yeah, it set me on a path for life. Yeah, made me.
I mean, it's not up there with Kiss and Marie Osmond.
No, it's not that.
It's not quite there, but it's close.
Hey, what's up, David Roberts? You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Tell us what the luckiest moment in your life was.
Well, it's not really a moment, and I can't even compare to Marie Osmond or a near-death experience. But there was one year, about 3, maybe 4. I'm older than that now. It's been longer than that. But I'm a fisherman, and during one year in the month of March, I won a tournament with the largest crappie, and the next month I won a bass tournament, come in second place on that tournament, and then the very next month I won a catfish tournament.
Wow.
So that was all in the same year. I made money that year on fishing. Never done that again.
Can I go fishing with you this weekend?
Seriously, man.
Yeah. I want some lessons. I never catch
What
nothing.
do they say? It's like, how do you make a small fortune in fishing?
I don't know.
You start with a big one.
Yeah.
Start with a big fortune. That's exactly right.
Like how you make $1 million in the music business. You start with 2.
Right. Well, I saw a meme on Facebook yesterday I loved, and it said, if you've got a mad wife, your wife's mad at you, go out and buy a fishing pole. You'll still have a mad wife, but you'll have a new fishing pole.
There you go.
And I apply that to guitars for me. Yeah. It made a lot of sense,
Well, so David, we're going to see if we can get another caller, but we got your name in the hat, brother, and we'll see if we draw your name on Monday.
Sounds good. The next one's when I win these tickets. That's going to be the next
there you
one.
go. Yeah, all right. Well, hey, real quick, what'd you use for bait on those bass?
On the bass, just lures, worms.
Lures and worms, man.
Yeah.
You must know the secret spots. All right.
Thanks, David. We'll
Thanks,
talk to you.
buddy. So that's cool. He might get to go ZZ Top on top of winning all those fishing.
Seriously,
tournaments.
yeah.
I mean,
Or do you think
Golly.
that was a fish, like a tall fish tail? You know, like
All fish tails
I
are
did. I
tall,
won
aren't
the
they?
bass tournament, and it was bigger than a Volkswagen. I got a good fishing story though. One day, we played Alaska State Fair several years ago, and they took us out on the Kenai River fishing. And I thought I was hung, but I caught a 35-pound king salmon.
Wow.
That was pretty cool. But it was 2 days out of season, so I got it up to the boat and took a picture of it and had to throw it back.
You had to throw it back.
Yeah, but I didn't care,
Oh man.
But yeah,
That'd been a lot of good eating.
that would have been a lot of good
35
eating.
pounds. That's worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got somebody packing?
See what Robert Riley has to say. Robert, you there?
Yes, sir.
Tell us what the luckiest moment in your life is for your chance to win some ZZ Top passes on Monday.
Hey, the luckiest moment in not my wife, was moving up here 20 years ago in the mountains in North Carolina and listening to you guys on the radio.
Oh. Well,
It's
he's
been
trying
great. It's awesome.
he's trying to bribe the judges.
You don't
Packy.
have to bribe us, brother.
No.
I mean, a
Packy knows
$20 bill will do you better than that. I mean,
Yeah.
No, I listen to you guys every morning. Packy knows that.
We appreciate you, man. Well, yes, he's a very frequent caller.
Oh, well, thank you. We appreciate it very much. And maybe you'll get to go see ZZ Top. You never know.
You're not the first. You've won here before, haven't you?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
All the time. So,
And it didn't hurt at all to make the phone call, did it?
Oh, no. I was trying last time. I couldn't get through.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's a busy place around here. Packy has all these groupies,
bill collectors.
Oh, no.
mostly, but,
Well, and bill
How,
collectors.
how.
How.
All right, Robert, we got your name in the hat, and we will see what happens on Monday. Good luck.
Good luck, buddy.
Okay,
Yeah.
So we got the regular crowd coming back. It's I always feel awful like having to let them come back. Maybe we should do a sit-in, Tommy.
There you go.
We'll just take over the studio.
Take over the studio.
We got a guitar here. If we could just get that girl to bring us some sticky buns, we can make it through the
Yeah,
weekend.
man. Carlin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, that wraps it up. But we want to thank Georgia Mountain Grading, good friend of ours, Mike Whittemore. He does house sites, he does land clearing, driveways. If you need a driveway scraped, anything like that, Mike Whittemore with Georgia Mountain Grading. Just look them up on Google, and their number will come right up. Highly, highly reviewed and rated on Google. So check them out.
All right.
Good
Thanks,
deal.
everybody. Have a good weekend. Be safe with these storms coming.
All right.